Hi, my name is Cynthia Alonso Perez, and I am the founder of rootedinreflection.org. And I'm so excited to be hosting Enlightened Legacies, a 3-day intergenerational renaissance to reawaken our inner wisdom. It's like a polyvagal massage of a title, but this is supposed to feel, and I'm up to the challenge of creating this intention, but this is supposed to feel like not just in future indigenous futurism, but a return to the Renaissance era of our ancestors. So in this time of revolution, while we could be leaning into fear and uncertainty, we could also tap into ancestral resiliency. And we have these codes within us. And in this, I want to invite us to a Renaissance time where we are really pulling out our indigenous craft, our ingenuity, our innovation, our ability to collaborate, to tell our stories, to pass our stories down through art, through oral traditions, through community, through fire, right? And so let's create the space to do that, not only to learn through each other, to share our stories, but to release through fun and imagination. So this event is going to take place in San Miguel de Allende, Guanajuato, March 26th, 27th, and 28th. Now, if you're wondering what is this going to be like, this is intentionally not an all-inclusive resort rest stay, okay? We're definitely going to rest and we're going to be creative and we're going to have fun. We're also going to learn from each other and we're going to have time reflecting. But I purposely wanted to provide a chance for you to come up with your own lodging. Because what if I pick a hotel, but you prefer a home? What if your family wants to come along and visit the beautiful town while you're in your retreat doing your thing? This way, it opens up the doors to however you want to plan it. And if the opportunity presents itself and you're able to spend a couple more days in San Miguel de Allende, I have some recommendations at the end of this to kind of where would you like to go? Where would your inner child like to flutter around in San Miguel de Allende? So I hope there's some time. And if not, even during the retreat, there will be gaps of time where you can go shopping, go perusing, walk around Parque Benito Juarez. So I'm excited to share this with you. You pick your flights. On the last page, again, I'm going to talk about transportation and everything, but you get to pick where you stay. Think of this as an intimate conference. And one meal will be provided every event, every day, and then we'll center our activities. So, speaking of our activities, the first 2 days, we're going to have workshops at La Biblioteca Pública, okay, in San Miguel de Allende. And this is a historical hall called Sala Quetzal. And it's beautiful. It's full of murals of the Otomi indigenous people of Guanajuato. And it really has this vibrancy, this energy. So we're going to be doing I want you to consider this little bit of like a indigenous Harry Potter feeling where we get to reimagine the curriculum, right? That our ancestors must have shared with oral tradition. So check out our itinerary. And then on Saturday, we're going to be at Lumbre. Lumbre is really beautiful. Go ahead and Google Lumbre San Miguel de Allende, and it's a beautiful land with a fireplace, a pool, workshop space, and delicious food. So that is really exciting for our inner child Renaissance fair. And we get to just be in our glory, tell our stories, have a speakeasy, and just be merry that day. So I'm looking forward to that. And here is a list of recommendations. Now, I hope you can, if possible, right? Depends on our lives, schedule some time to go to. I would recommend the Tianguis, which is every Tuesday and Sunday here in San Miguel. Tuesday is like the bigger one, Sunday's still big, but not as big as Tuesday. But that is just an experience. It's a vibration. If you wanted to get your incense, your palo santo, maybe some household items, some ceramics, some traditional like ipiles, this is the place to go. bring efectivo, go to the bank and get your efectivo. You can get a max of 5,000 pesos out, know the exchange rate, and then have fun. Bring some bags for holding, like some grocery bags, and have a good time. The other thing I would recommend is the Botanical Garden, the Charco de Inegio Botanical Gardens, and it's $100 per adult. Children are free, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays they give guided tours. I would also recommend the public parks here. They're really beautiful, strolling through that. I offer some hotels, but honestly, there's so many places to rent. There's so many hotels. It really depends on what you like. There's so many beautiful opportunities here for your inner child and your inner ancestor to indulge. And then airports. You can land at Guanajuato Airport or the Querétaro Airport. I recommend connecting with Beige Gogo, which I gave you their website. I connect with them through WhatsApp, and they have been at the airport to pick up myself or a loved one every time. I really support them. If you need private transportation while in San Miguel de Allende, feel free to email me. And there are private drivers that I trust waiting to work with you. And they can drive you all around during the retreat to all the locations, pick you up, drop you off for 150. So feel free to reach out to me for that. And everywhere else, you can walk, you could take taxis, you could use Uber. The bus is really popular, but if you are staying in El Centro close to the library, it's pretty easy to get around. It doesn't cost a lot. And I do want to say that while Mexicanos get around all over, I mean, I see people wheeling their loved ones in wheelchairs, even though it's a cobblestone street, even though they're narrow, they get it done. But I want to just reiterate that it's not that comfortable on the cobblestone. So consider that when you're considering mobility, when you're considering what you're going to pack, what kind of shoes you're going to wear, and where you want to stay. The Centro is a great location for being close to everywhere, to have access. The Guadalupe San Antonio area is more of an artsy neighborhood with like murals everywhere. And Los Frailes has like more big, like more housing, but it's less from the Centro. It's less busy, which is more like suburbs. And then there's Rancho, which is about 15 minutes in itself from Centro, but it's more quiet. You could find a condo with bedrooms to rent. There's more land. So it really depends on what sounds good for you and what your mobility and access needs are. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, Cynthia at rootedinreflection.org. Cynthia at rootedinreflection.org. Please check out our retreat at rootedinreflection.org. We also offer retreat consultation services for your agency or small business wanting to host a retreat on the land. And with that being said, I want to say that if you sign up now before January 18th using the code Inner Child, you can save $200. That's Inner Child code by 118, and there are payment plans available. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in March at our event, Enlightened Legacies.